everybody because, it's hard right now. It's challenging right now. We are in some crazy, scary, uncertain times. So it's like, how can I save, or what can I, how can I use my credit card strategically in purchasing items that I use on a daily basis? Yeah. All right. So we're about to get started. So I'm excited to have this conversation because during this COVID quarantine, it's been crazy. Like financially, it's been crazy. So first of all, I just want to introduce my cousin, my sis, Alexandria.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Ghetto. Oh, August. It just doesn't get any better. 2020 is just crazy. Throw it out the window. Thanks for having me, Jazz. I'm excited to be on here. I'm just giving you some time while you handle that because things happen in 2020. You just got to go with the flow.
Things are happening in 2020. So this is my cousin, my sis. So she has shared with me a lot of great just financial tips that she's been doing during, this whole COVID and while she's been, in quarantine and things like that. Not to mention that she is in New York. So I know she has a lot of great things to share. And we had a conversation like 3 or 4 days ago, and we were just talking about, finances and savings and income and just different opportunities that we could probably either take advantage of while we're, in this season, or maybe cut back on some things and spending. So we were talking about spending, and she brought up a great idea when it comes to credit cards. Now, I know what you may be thinking right now. It's like, oh no, credit cards, I'll share with you all, a little bit later, but I use my credit cards very strategically. I'll say right now, I have basically $0 in credit card debt right now. So I'll just show you or just share with you how I use my credit cards after we kind of talk. So I want to introduce you to my cousin, my sis, Alexandria. If you want to go ahead and jump in and, share anything. And throughout the video, I might call her Snook. So she is the same person. Just to let you know. Because I know when I'm talking, I'm not going to call you Alexandria.
Hi. It's true.
I'll call her Alex. So yes. So here's Alex.
It is really uncomfortable, I will say, you saying Alexandria Alex. It makes me cringe inside, but the people shan't know, but now they know. So here it is. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be on here. Thanks for having me. I know we have conversations, and I hope you guys can find or have that kind of outlet where you're talking about finances with your friends or family, because this is the important time to share information and educate one another. And I know we do that a lot, and Jazz has been that person for me, one of those people. And when I was sharing this information with her last week, she was like, no, we need to share it with the people. And I was like, what does that mean? And she's like, we're going to talk about it. So I'm very happy to get on here and just dive in, and hopefully, even if we just help one person, that one person can help somebody else, and just spread information and knowledge about using what you have now and trying to capitalize on it for your benefit, and not just making the rich, but yourself.
Exactly. So, all right, let's just jump into it. We got credit cards. We
all got them. We all got them. So
credit cards. It's what you're doing with those credit cards that matter the most. So what are you doing with yours?
Okay, so I have 70 limb credit cards, but like you said, I use them very, very strategically. I probably have maybe a good 7 right now, but they're all for a specific purpose. And I make sure that before I open up my credit cards, I research the mess out of them. I go and research the top 20 or top 10 credit cards, the best ones to have for if you're opening up a business, which I have, or just personal credit cards where you can get cash back. Right now, I'm self-employed. I'm an actor, so I don't have, health insurance and weekly or biweekly income. So I need to make sure that the credit card that I do have, it's also benefiting me as well. My spending habits, if you get gas a lot and you go to restaurants, you want a credit card that can give you points for doing what you're already going to do. So one of the credit cards that I have and I absolutely love is the Chase Sapphire card. I put you on too. First of all, sis, it's like when you know you gotta spread it. So I like that because first of all, when you open the account, they give you a bonus if you spend, I guess, like $3,000. And at first you're like, $3,000, I'm not about to just be shopping in the mall. Listen, be strategic with it. I pay rent every single month. So you know what I did? I put my $3,000 worth of rent on that card and then got the $500 bonus. Boom. I'm not spending money that I wasn't already going to spend. I'm just getting money back for spending it. I was already going to pay 3 months worth of rent. And then also there's other benefits, like when you tell a friend, and they sign up and get it, you get like $250 and so does your friend. And one thing that I like about this card is I travel a lot, as much as I can, and you get 25% more to your points if you use them for travel. So if you have $500 worth of points, if you use them for a flight, it's worth $625. I just saved $625. By going things that I was already going to do, go to restaurants, shop on Amazon, Zara, whatever it is, but I'm getting money back for it and it's multiplying by 25%. I think that was just like such a smart investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I don't know if you want to talk about the other benefit that we addressed this week that we found out we discovered.
Absolutely. Share it all. Share it all. You know, she touched on a few things really quick. The Chase Sapphire credit card is absolutely amazing. She introduced it to me. I used it, and I was just purchasing, like she said, stuff that she already knew she was going to have to pay for. So I knew I had to pay for stuff. You know, car expenses come up. You know, maintenance for the cars, groceries. I think when you introduced it to me, I was actually about to purchase. In the process of purchasing a ticket, you know, a travel ticket.
You were. Because
Exactly.
low-key, I was like, sis, if you ain't going to get it and put that ticket on mine.
Exactly. So that's why I did it, and I racked up points so easily. I use that card when I travel. I personally don't like using my debit card when I travel.
There's no travel fees on it.
Yep. Key thing right here.
Another thing.
I like using it when I travel and all of that. So like she said, use the card for purchases that you're already going to make. You're going to get cash back. You're going to get points. I rarely pay for anything on Amazon nowadays because that Chase Sapphire card, you can use your points directly with Amazon. So when you go on Amazon and you're about to check out, it'll show that you have that particular card linked to it, and then it'll say, hey, you have $170 in these in credits. You can use your card and use the credits to buy everything from Amazon. So I shop from Amazon often because I always have some type of credit with my credit card. And these are just points that I have accrued because I use my credit card on everyday purchases that I have to make. Not, oh, I'm going to go shop on, you know, this website, or I'm going to buy this unnecessarily, or I'm going to go splurge on this. No, I'm buying what I need. Instead of using the cash in my account, I'm using my credit card and just paying it off.
And then getting money back for it for free. Like, you were already going to purchase it. Why not?
Exactly. Why not? So, you know, you have to be strategic in how you use your cards. We're not telling you to go out here and swipe, and you can't pay it off. If you don't have the cash to pay off the card, then you don't need the card, period, because you're lacking some discipline. So get your discipline up. And then maybe go ahead and get a card once you're disciplined, but you don't want to rack up your $3,000 in unnecessary credit card debt. However, if you use your credit card to pay for your expenses and you know you could pay it right off, then you can be strategic in gaining points, getting credit back. So yes, so she did mention that when we were talking last week or early this week, the time is just flying. She found another hack when using her credit card. So what was that hack?
So it's crazy because Chase just announced it like today or yesterday, but we already were hip. But again, this isn't to like tell you guys to go out and get a credit card and start racking up prices. This is to help alleviate some financial burdens that you may have during quarantine or during this pandemic, and help, like, you know, find little ways to make it a little easier on yourself. Even if you're saving $50, if you're saving $25, that could go to groceries, that could go to gas, that could go to your savings account. Every dollar counts. I don't know. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. And so this next one, so I was on the website just like looking at the benefits, and I realized they now allow you to do almost a cash, instead of cash back, it's a credit back to your card, and it increases by 25%, which is really cool. So I had, and it's eligible for any restaurant purchases, anything dealing with food, so like Seamless, Grubhub, those kind of things. And I had probably like, and it again, it lasts for 90 days. So within the 90 days, I have like over 200, I like to eat, purchases on Seamless and Grubhub. You know, I'm ordering seafood boils, claw daddies, everything. And I didn't realize, and I didn't realize that I have thousands, tens and thousands of points, and they would give me money back on my credit card just for changing in some of these points. It's free. I was going to buy Claw Daddies regardless if I got money back or not. But now you're telling me you're giving me over $400 back in credit to my credit card. So I think, like, just being like candid, my credit card last month was like $800. And because I did this like credit back thing, they gave me $400, like $25. That's how much I had in excess points to use. And then it increased by 25% with this new promo thing. So it's like, that's just money that, like, that's $400 I could put in my savings now. I don't have to put towards my credit card. Times are hard in quarantine. You got to save as much as you can. And so as soon as I found out, Jasmine called me just randomly, and I was like, sis, I need you to get hip to this.
Yes, and I'm so grateful that you said that. And of course, as soon as she told me, I was telling my sister, I was telling everybody, because you know, it's hard right now. It's challenging right now. You know, we are in some crazy, scary, uncertain times. So it's like, you know, how can I save, or what can I, you know, how can I use my credit card strategically in purchasing items that I use on a daily basis? You know, people are using, what is it? Instacart. What'd you say?
I said Cash App was wrong.
People are using Instacart and other meal delivery services, you know, to get food. Why not use your credit card for those purchases, get points, but because you used it, and on top of that, you're going to also get a credit. So it's crazy to me that you just said Chase just announced it when they released it, what, maybe a week or two ago? I mean, you found out
how long they released it before I found out about it.
Yeah, so
it's only until September 30th. That's another thing.
So they announced it, what? So September 30th is almost, what, a month and 2 or 3 weeks away?
Yeah.
Is that right? 2 or 3 weeks
I
away?
don't know.
3 or 4? But yeah, so it's crazy how they announced it so late in the game when people have already, you know, been hip to or have already done it. So I thank you for sharing that, because
of course.
Why not? Why, what are you saving your points for right now?
And that was my thing. That was my thing. Usually I would say I only save my points for traveling because it makes sense. I'm saving 25% more by getting that back. So I usually just typically do that, especially because like it's nice to alleviate costs when you have to travel. So instead of worrying about paying for a hotel and flights and food, I only have to worry about hotel and food because my flight is basically free. That's another thing. I've had this card for maybe 3 years. So far, I went on a fully paid $1,000 trip to Argentina for 10 days with the points, just from charging things that I was already going to purchase. I went to Atlanta. I've went to Chicago. I've went to Tulum. Like, it just makes sense. And if you have the money in your debit account, it makes sense to just charge it to your credit card, pay it off immediately, but still get the points from it.
Yeah. And so this is basically a savings hack. It's a savings hack. This is not a boosting your credit hack. It's a savings hack. How to use money. This is leveraging other people's money. Literally. You're leveraging your credit. You're getting credit for using the credit. And then on top of that, you're getting extra points if you pay it off with the credit that you're already accruing.
Talk about it. And my credit score, honestly, has skyrocketed. I know I explained to you guys, like, the profession that I'm in. So you don't know your next paycheck, yada, yada, we all know that. But I was trying to find a way, because there was one year where it was just super hard. And I was like, dang, I don't even have the money to travel if I want to. Or like, I don't even have this and that. And I was like, I need to find a better way to save, to receive benefits. So like, what are my goals for next year? Are your goals to get cash back so that you can reinvest that money? Are your goals to get like, this card also has like good relationships with other companies, so you can like use it at Nordstrom's for like 10% off or stuff. But like, just figure out what your goals are and like your spending habits, and find a card that works for you. So although you may need to use that card, you're still receiving benefits from it.
Yes, exactly. This is good. This is really
Yeah,
good.
it's just a quick little hack that we needed to share for everyone.
Yeah, a quick hack. Once again, we're not financial experts. We are just sharing our experiences and our financial savings life hacks with you all, because at this point, in this time of very uncertain financial times, crisis, like, look to your credit cards for your points. And then sometimes people just get credit cards just to get them, and they don't know about all of the benefits that come. So right off the bat, contact your credit card company or log in online to see if you've been accruing, points for in general, because you may have tons of points and didn't even know you were accruing them. So just check your credit cards out, see what benefits they have to offer. Don't be afraid to switch depending on your certain credit history and your credit. Always talk to somebody like a financial advisor about, making your own credit purchases, or, opening up new credit cards and things like that. So I feel like.
And then another thing that I wanted to touch on really quick was just really taking advantage and understanding the benefits that your card offers outside of like points and things like that. But during the pandemic, one thing that I did was, at the very beginning, I called all of my credit card companies and was like, hey, look, I'm not working. Can you cancel interest? And they all agreed. I didn't get any, pushback from anybody. So that's saving me $70 a month from one credit card, $30 a month from another credit card, $10. Like that saves me like $100 a month in interest that I truly don't want to have to pay, and it would help out. I could put that money towards something else. So just like using them for every little thing that you can.
So I think you had mentioned that even on one of your cards, when you called them about asking, could they, do 0% interest, they backdated it to like March or something?
Yeah, they backdated it like a month or two, which was nice. So they took it off for April and March. And even that was like, oh, wow, golly gee, thank you. Little stuff like that. And I feel like some people, they're looking for like big gains. But in my opinion, a small gain is a win, because that $35 can go to anything. And sometimes I'm like, I want Seamless, I want Claudaddy's, but it's like, wow, am I really going to spend $50? But sometimes you got to treat yourself. And so it's just leveraging that.
Using your points. You leverage it using the points and the credit that you have.
So it's not coming out of your bank account. It's not coming out of your checkings, your savings. You're not adding towards your credit charges. You're just using, it's almost like invisible money, it feels like. Feels like a treat to yourself. And it's nice to do that once a week if you have the points, or once a month, which is cool.
Yeah, so really quick with my credit card strategies is, I'm not looking to rack up a whole bunch of credit card debt, clearly. But what I do is that with the Chase card, of course, Chase Sapphire, I also have the Chase Freedom card. And so
Hold up, is Chase paying us for this at this point? Because
they need to, right? To include the links to the referrals in this as well.
Smart.
We'll include the links. So if you sign up, we'll have a link in the account, and you can click either one, sign up. But yeah, so like with my credit card strategy, Chase will say, hey, this quarter we're giving you 25% back on gas purchases. So you know what? I use that card only for gas purchases. They'll say we're using it for, shopping at Walmart or Kroger. And when I go get groceries, those are the only places I'll go to get groceries for those, for that quarter, because why would I go anywhere else when you're giving me 25% to use my card? If I already know I'm allocating about $100 to $150 a month in groceries, and I can say, I can get 25% cash back on those groceries just from going to those particular stores, because Chase is saying, hey, if you shop at these stores, you can get this X, Y, and Z. Yes, I'm going to do that.
Why not?
I want 25% extra cash back.
That could be a nail appointment when quarantine opened up. That could be an eyebrow. Oh, Lord, there's so many things to get done.
Exactly. And I love the gas ones because the gas that they don't limit you to a particular chain, gas station chain or anything. They're just like all gas purchases. So I use my credit card only for those gas purchases. I mean, I may buy, stuff here and there. Once again, I don't like using my credit card, my debit card for a lot of things. But online shopping, big one, credit card. So yeah, I feel like you just have to be strategic in how you're
breaking up. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I feel like you were frozen. You were frozen at one point, but
it says your internet, which means mine. It says my internet is unstable. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. But at the end of the day, we just want you to be smart and strategic in how you're using your credit cards. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about these, savings hacks, if you will. We're just sharing, once again, our experiences. We're not telling you to go out here and get a credit card. We're not telling you, what financial moves to make. We are just simply sharing our experiences with you. And if you have questions, you feel free to reach out to us on Instagram. You want to share yours or?
Sure. Mine is just Alexandria Benford. How did I forget that? It's my name, Alexandria.Benford. There we go.
Yep. And then mine, of course, is @_ just ask jazz _ so feel free to reach out if you have any questions. If you would like to sign up for the card, we will definitely share our referral links. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's a good
yeah, that's a good, I think that there are a lot of hacks that we talk about and I feel like that I know and that so if this is like a thing that people are interested in, maybe they can hit you up, Jazz, and ask for more, and then we can do these bi-weekly or something, or you can do them bi-weekly.
We can do them
together. We can. Cheetah girls.
Cheetah girls. But yes, if you're interested in, some more hacks, we can definitely share. But I look forward to sharing. I love sharing. So you just have to, like I said, during this quarantine or this corona, I'm using all of these words interchangeably, but it's the same thing. Y'all know what
it's the same thing, honestly.
We just have to be smart and strategic in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And work with what we have. Like, there's no need to go out and grab. There's so many gems in what we already have. We just have to discover that and like put each other on, and yeah.
All right, well then that wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. And we'll be back because we have some more hacks that we would love to share.
Yeah, just ask Jazz. Bye.
Bye.